Hello, I'm here, I'm greasy, and I need a shower, and I want to talk about Marvel Rivals, so everything is right with the world. In my Cyclops video, I said yes, he was overpowered. I agree, Cyclops is overpowered. I agree, he's really strong. I think he's probably the best DPS in the game right now. The thing that I said, though, was that I think he's overtuned and not broken. And by that, I have a very clear definition of that in my head. But I feel like overtuned and broken are completely different things, right? A broken character is someone who does not function, like isn't good because of the way their kit is, or is too good just because of the way their kit is designed. The design of the character is too good. Regardless of the numbers, regardless of the balance patches, they are too good. And overtuned is someone who their kit works. It's not like the kit itself is broken, they're just overpowered. Now, I think Cyclops, I think Phoenix, Hela, and Hawkeye in Season 1 and Season 0 were overpowered. But they're not broken, as you can tell by right now. They're balanced right now. Hawkeye's pretty bad right now because he's balanced, because he's not overpowered, he's just kind of balanced. That makes him bad, but you can just change the numbers and fix him. That's just overtuned. Currently, Daredevil, Black Cat. Well, Black Cat not anymore, but it adds to my point. I'll get there. Gambit, they are broken. Their kits fundamentally don't work, and I'm gonna toss aside the notion that they're making it based on the character, because no matter what character you're using, let's say it's a nondescript hero shooter, it doesn't have the Marvel IP, whatever. I'm releasing a character. They are a melee diver. Okay, in my game, with other melee divers, every other melee diver has a single cooldown, 1 or 2 cooldowns, that if you bait them out, or if you see them use it, you know they can't dive for another 10 or 12 seconds. That's the counterplay, right? As much as I hate that Thing can't really shut down a lot of the characters because they can just dash out, he does force them to either leave and just chip damage from afar until that cooldown goes down, because they have to use their major cooldown to either get out or do whatever they were going to do. So it does work, just not in a way that feels satisfying to play. I can concede that. I've played more, especially in a dive meta now. I have seen it work more than I've seen it work in the past. That's not a problem. The problem then becomes, I'm going to release, let's stop thinking about it as Daredevil real quick. We'll just think about it as a nondescript hero. I'm going to release a Brawl Diver who has perma wall hacks, can see invisible characters. He has not 1 but 2 movement abilities. One of those has passive movement speed increase as long as it's active, and regardless of using that dash on it. He has infinite combos and infinite ability usage with no cooldowns based on a meter. And you go, okay, well, the meter's on cooldown. No, the cooldown goes based on how many people you hit. If you're doing your combos correctly, you're going to be punching people, so infinite combos. All of his abilities give him overhealth. And on top of that, he has his right click. Okay, what does the right click do? It blocks every instance of damage. It completely blocks all damage, melee and projectile and hit scan. It blocks all of it and reflects it back at the enemy. And you're immune to CC. That character's not balanced. Just listening to that kit, I didn't mention numbers, I didn't mention anything. I didn't even mention the fact that his grapple can displace you and take you away from your team, worst case scenario. I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that on Daredevil. I don't play him, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that. That's not a balanced character, just based off the kit. Listening to that kit, there's no way you can convince me that he's balanced. That is a broken character. In my mind, this is the difference. That is a broken character. Let's take Gambit. Okay, we're going to release a support. He has healing on his left click. It can also damage. It doesn't pierce enemies. It's a 3-shot burst. Okay, he has a right click. What does his right click do? His right click is a slam. It heals and damages everyone around him. He's got a dash on his shift, and he can chain his dash and his slam together to get an extra dash, and the dash to extend his dash. Sorry, not an extra one. And the extended part of the dash heals anybody he goes through. Okay, what are his actual abilities? Well, he can use a utility. He can use a resource meter to give himself overhealth. While he's not overhealth, to auto-heal himself. While he's auto-healing himself, he has two options. Cleanse everybody of all CC around him, or have a bouncing card that does a lot of healing and provides healing over time. Not healing over time, provides extra healing. I can't speak for shit today. Give me 1 second. Yep, just masturbated. Now we got post-nut clarity. Let me try that again. Bounces around, providing a major heal, plus does extra healing after they get the effect of the card. Well, that's it. Okay, that's not that bad. Oh, and he's got another ability. He pops that. He has damage boost for a time. While he has damage boost for a time, he has two options. He can consume another resource in order to apply anti-heal to anybody as long as a knock-up and damage, or he can hit everyone around him with a knock-up that does a little bit of damage. Okay. Yeah. What's his ultimate? Oh, yeah, his ultimate. His ultimate, everybody who is in front of him, no matter if LOS, no matter if you're behind walls or anything, just as long as you're within 40 meters and in front of him, you're going to get healing over time, jump boost, speed boost, damage boost. You're going to get everything. Oh, well, at least you can counter it with, it doesn't matter because it's like Groodall or whatever, because it's not the most healing in the world. No, actually, it cleanses. No CC. You can't, if that's a CC get out of jail free card too. He's got essentially 3 of those in his kit off rip. If you could use 3 CCs into the whole team, you can cleanse his whole team 3 times. That's broken, right? And the problem with broken heroes is that you either have to nerf them into the ground, ruin their numbers to the point where they are not fun to play, or they just don't work. Because if they have numbers that even remotely work, their kit is broken enough that you can play them. Because think about it, what do we really want from Gambit? We either make Gambit's base kit, which is so loaded and chunky, so handless and stupid, and you can't even play it, and then he has the best ult in the game still, or you keep his base kit and it's chunky and it's loaded and maybe you balance that well, but then he has a terrible handless ult that doesn't do anything and you get flamed for being on Gambit. You see the problem there? The only other option is to change their kit. And that's not fun either, because you're functionally removing a character from the game. Black Cat's a great example of that. They have functionally changed Black Cat's kit because Black Cat is bad. They took away one of her dashes. They changed it to an 8-second cooldown. So instead of 2 dashes that you can keep cycling, it isn't like Black Panther. It's because essentially it's knockoff Black Panther when she first debuted, at least from the clips that I saw. Again, I was never good enough to play her. I don't play melee. Well, I play melee, but I don't play DPS. I'm learning, but it's harder than tank, in my opinion, mechanically. And my mechanics were never there. But like they functionally changed it. They changed the way this all-seeing orb worked, which thank God, because another diver with almost perma wall hacks was a great idea. It still kind of gives you wall hacks, but at least it's not stupid. It used to be you could place it anywhere, and anyone within the wall, whether that orb could see them or not, it'd tell you their exact location. Now it's just the orb has to be able to see them. Great change. They changed the way her dash works. They shot her like 4 times in the head, but functionally they changed her kit. The way she functions now is different than how she functioned before. That is what you have to do to a broken character. To an overtuned character, you just kind of change the numbers around. Like Cyclops is a good example. I think Cyclops is overtuned and not broken. Yet, just change the head tap so that way it's on par with or less than Hela and Phoenix, because you can do it from farther away and easier on Cyclops than you can on those two. And so just change that. What about his right click? Okay, well, you can just change the amount of damage it does. If you hold it, it does like 500 damage to one person, so maybe less damage per second, and he can hold it longer. So that way, by the end of it, it's still 500, but it's longer time to get to 500 if you really want to. Okay, you could also change his dash away to one reverse. Instead of doing instead of reversing him as far, maybe cut the reverse in half, how far it pushes him, and focus more on pushing the other person away, and you double how far away you can push them, and then that Okay, that might not fix it, but that changes it without changing the character functionally. You still use that as a retreat, you still use that to push someone away from you, and they both still take skill because you still have to aim and hit them and use it at the right time because it's a cooldown. But functionally, Cyclops' kit works within the game. Now, it is power scaled farther than the other stuff in the game, but it functionally works. It's not like the other stuff. So that's what I mean by difference between overpowered and overtuned. I'm pretty sure I said that in the video, but I think as a community, we need better words to describe this because, I mean, what would you call it? This is a genuine question because I don't know. What would you call it? I call it overtuned versus broken, and that makes perfect sense to me. But then when I said that in a video, people went, "What? Why aren't you saying he's broken?" Okay, he is broken, but he's not broken like the other characters, you know? It's a weird thing, and so I want to know what you guys think about it. I have a spinny chair, and it's a problem.